Tonight's class is donated by Rabbi and Mrs. Pashtanek for Refuah Shelema Yehuda ben Miriam. May the She'or והחיזוק יהיה לרפואתו, רפואה שלמה מהרה. We're up to Shmuel Bet, when, can you just lower this? Thank you. When Hannah finally, she came to Mishkan Shiloh, and 2 years after, she came with her son, Shmuel. And it says there, she left Shmuel in Mishkan Shiloh when he was 2 years old. After 2 years, she came to Mishkan Shiloh. She took her son, Shmuel, and she left him in the Mishkan. The Navi in the beginning of Perek Bet tells us a sad story about the great Kohen Gadol Eli, that he was the leader of Am Yisrael, and he had 2 children, Hofni and Pinehas. Those 2 kids, Hofni and Pinehas, they caused a big Hilul Hashem, and because of their Hilul Hashem, that the way they act in the Mishkan, it was a big Hilul Hashem that later on we're going to learn that HaKadosh Baruch Hu cursed Eli's children and whoever, and one of the curses was that your children, your grandchildren, the Kohanim, and specifically Kohanim who comes from Eli, they're not going to live more than 18 years. I know a few families as Mishpachat Tawil. Mishpachat Tawil, they're known to be the descendants from Eli, and that's why their name is Tawil, means long. They should live long life. So, children of Eli, they're not going to make more than, they're not going to live more than 18 years unless they have the zechut, the merit of Torah and Hesed. Abaye and also Rabbah, 2 of the greatest Amoraim in the Shas, are also from Eli Kohen. And one lived for 40 years, and one lived for 60 years. And the Gemara explains why one lived for 40 years and one lived for 60 years. One had the zechut of Torah, and one had the zechut of Torah among with Hesed. With these 2 zechuyot of Torah and Hesed, that's the only way that the children who came from Eli, they can live more than 18 years. But if not, they have a curse on them that they're not going to live more than 18 years. And one of the reasons is the big Hilul Hashem that they acted in Mishkan Shiloh. With this, I want to start Perek Bet, and I'm sure you all have the book in front of you. Shmuel Aleph Perek Bet, Pasuk Yud Zayin. ותהי חטאת הנערים גדולה מאוד את פני אדוני, כי ניאצו האנשים את מנחת אדוני. The Navi says, the sin of the young children, means of Hofni and Pinehas, it was so great, was big, גדולה, כי ניאצו האנשים את מנחת השם. They caused Hashem anger, ka'as, the way they acted towards HaKadosh Baruch Hu and the korbanot, and Am Yisrael when they came to bring korbanot in Bet HaMikdash. And right after this pasuk it says, Ushmuel mesharet et penei Adonai, Na'ar hagur ephod bad. Shmuel, the young kid, who he served in Bet HaMikdash, he was Levi. He served HaKadosh Baruch Hu. He was young. He had a special garment, ephod bad. And here comes pasuk Yutet. Um'il katon ta'aseh lo imo. והעלתו לו מימים ימימה בעלותה את אישה לזבוח את זבח הימים. It says over here that his mother, Hannah, when she came to visit Mishkan Hashem, and when she came miyamim yamima, from holiday to holiday, whether it was Rosh Hashanah, or Sukkot, or Pesach, or Shavuot, she would go to Mishkan Shiloh. And she would bring the korbanot in Mishkan Shiloh. But the pasuk adds a very special information. Ume'il katon. His mother made him a small jacket. My dear friends, if the Navi gives us this information that his mother made him a special coat, but it was a very small coat, we need to understand the meaning of this Ume'il katon. Why do we have to know that his mother made him a coat? Every mother, every parent, that the kids, they go to any dormitory and the parents go and they visit them, they always bring them a snack, they always bring them clothes, whether it's a sweater or slippers or shoes or another extra pair of glasses. If you go to Israel and your parents come to visit you during the winter break or any other break, and you go and you visit your son, you'll take him around the Yerushalayim to shop with him. You're going to buy him, things. Or even better, when you live here, you're going to come with a suitcase for him. You're going to bring whatever he needs and even extra. How come the Navi tells us a very special detail? That his mother made him a coat. Every mother does a coat. Every grandmother does a coat. What's so special about this coat? Haverim Ekarim, my dear friends, for this, we're going to have to skip. Let's skip to Perek Chafhet. Over there, we're going to find the secret. In Perek Chafhet, I want to give you guys the background of this chapter. What goes on in Perek Chafhet? Once again, Shmuel Aleph, Perek Chafhet. The story goes that Shaul HaMelech, he was the king at that time. And Pelishtim, the enemies, came to fight against the Jews, to fight against Am Yisrael. And all the times, the kings, the leaders of Am Yisrael, they would ask HaKadosh Baruch Hu, should we go and fight or not? Should we? And the Kohen Gadol would stand up and they would ask the Kohen, and the Kohanim would get answer through the Urim Vetumim, through the stones of the tribes, and the letters would light up. And the Kohen Gadol had Ruach HaKodesh, and he would know how to put together the words together, and he would give the king and Am Yisrael the answer, should we go and fight or not? But we know the sad history that Shaul HaMelech, he killed the entire city of Nov. Nov was a city of Kohanim. Without getting into details, B'ezrat Hashem, once we get later on in Sefer Shmuel, we're going to learn the story. But Shaul HaMelech, he wiped the entire city Nov, Ir HaKohanim. There was no Kohanim in that city anymore. So now, Shaul was in a big dilemma. He didn't know, should I fight the Pelishtim or I shouldn't? So, he asked HaKadosh Baruch Hu Be'urim. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not answer him. He did not answer him. So, Shaul HaMelech went and he asked Banevi'im, Halach, V'sha'al Nevi'im, the prophecies of Am Yisrael, and there is no answer. He went and he asked in his dream. There is a way how a person could ask his questions in his dreams. There is a special introductions. What do you have to do in order for you to get this answer? And HaKadosh Baruch Hu did not answer him, neither in the dreams, or Urim, or Nevi'im. Shaul HaMelech, he had no choice. And he decided, and once again, we're not talking about why, because that's not our topic today. But we have to, in order for us to know what happened with this coat, we're going to have to learn about this topic a little bit. So, Shaul HaMelech had no choice. He had no choice. And what he did, he picked a path which is not kosher in a way. In the Torah, it's called Ba'alat Ov. It's a type of a black magic that you connect yourself with the dead people. Scary, but that's what he did. And mostly people that they use this way of a black magic, it was women. Ladies, they had this type of tum'ah, they knew how. So Shaul sent his slaves, go around and find me a lady she is Ba'alat Ov. And once again, it's a type of tum'ah. It's a type of a way that you could connect Al-Piyah tum'ah, Al-Piyah, it's a black magic, and you can get answer through this type of tum'ah. And once again, Al-Pi Torah Zasur. The Navi says in Perek Chafhet, if you could just go with me a bit, to Pasuk Het. Vayitchapes Shaul, Vayilbash begadim acherim, he changes clothes. Vayelech hu ushne anashim imo, he went with two people. Vayavohu el haisha laila, they came to this lady at night. Vayomer, and he told her, Kosmi nali be'ov, v'ha'alili et asher omar elaich. I want you to do a black magic, and I want you to bring up a dead person. Okay. ותאמר האישה אליו, הנה אתה ידעת את אשר עשה שאול, אשר החליט את האובות ואת הידוענים מן הארץ, ולמה אתה מתנקש בנפשי לעמיתני. She tells him, she didn't know that that's Shaul. And until this moment, Shaul HaMelech, he was a tzaddik, was great. He wiped all the black magic in Eretz Israel. but there's always here and there. So she did not know that he is Shaul. So she tells him, why are you looking for, why are you coming to me? Maybe you are undercover, you're trying to get me? וישבע לה שאול באדוני לאמור חי אדוני אם יקרח עוון בדבר הזה. Shaul, he promised her, don't worry. You have nothing what to worry. And once again, in his mind, this is allowed because it's a pikuach nefesh. In Shaul's mind, what he did now is pikuach nefesh. Should we go and fight, or we should stay home? If we should stay home and we're going to go and fight, people are going to die. Who is going to take this responsible for that? So therefore, in Shaul's Melech's mind was, it's mutar to ask through the black magic, should we go or we should stay home? ותאמר האישה את מי אעלה לך? ותאמר את שמואל העלי לי. Shmuel HaNavi already passed away. Shmuel HaNavi already died. And what happened here? She asked him, who do you want me to bring him up? Shmuel already is in the grave. His neshama is up there in heaven. And she asked him, which neshama, which soul do you want me to bring you down? And Shaul tells her, I want you to bring the soul of Shmuel. Wow. Pasuk Yud Bet. Vatere haisha et Shmuel. So she did her black magic. And she brought down Shmuel HaNavi. Vatiz'ak bekol gadol. And she screamed. Vatomer haisha el Shaul lemor. Lama rimitani vata Shaul. The lady says, Shaul, she found out through Shmuel that this is Shaul, and she screamed, why did you lie to me? Why did you? Because you are Shaul HaMelech. Vayomer LaMelech, al tir'i, don't worry. But tell me, ki ma ra'it? Can you tell me, who did you see? Vatomer haisha el Shaul, Elohim ra'iti olim min haaretz. I saw two people. Elohim, two great people I saw. One is Shmuel, and the other one is Moshe Rabbeinu. שנאמר על משה רבנו, וזאת הברכה אשר ברך משה איש האלוהים. So she tells him, I saw two big people. She saw Moshe and she saw Shmuel. ויאמר לה, מה תארו? He asked her, can you please describe him? ותאמר איש זקן עולה. I saw an old man. והוא עוטה מעיל. And he is עוטה. הוא לבוש. He's wearing coat. When she gives him this information, וידע שאול כשמואל הוא. Shmuel knew right away that she's not lying to him, and she knew right away, and he knew right away that that's Shaul, that's Shmuel, that's for sure Shmuel. And he asked Shmuel, should we go to the war or not? I'm not going to go to what happened after. I want to pause here for 1 second. She tells Shaul two informations. He's old. Well, if you're going to go to any cemetery, most people, they died in old age. What's a hidush? It says, she told him, I saw an old man. What's the hidush? Most people in the cemetery, they died old. But she gave him another piece, another information, another piece for the puzzle. And that's how he knew that she's not lying. And that's how she knew that he is, that's Shmuel. How? It says, she brought him back, she brought him up. And she tells him, I saw Shmuel. And he was wearing a coat. And Hazal asked, what is this coat has to do here? אומרים חז"ל, אומר הילקוט שמעוני, אומר המדרש תנחומה בפרשת אמור, דבר מדהים, an amazing pshat. שמואל הנביא, his mother made him a coat. His mother made him a coat. And according of many mefarshim, she made him a very small coat when he was a young kid. But with this coat he grew up. Meaning, as he grew up, with him, the coat grew also. איתו הוא גדל, ועם המעיל הזה הוא נקבר. With the jacket that his mother made him. With that jacket, for many years he had his jacket. But with this jacket they also buried him. They buried Shmuel with the coat that his mother made him. Not enough. ולעתיד לבוא, and in the future, at the time of Tchiyat HaMetim, Shmuel HaNavi is going to stand up with the coat that his mother made him. What's going on over here? So number one, we see now the connection. If the Navi gives us this piece that his mother made him a coat, you got to pause. There is no extra words in the Navi. And the Navi is not going to tell us anything that it's not so special, because every mother does it. Every grandmother does it. But the Navi is telling us something very special. The Navi tells us that this me'il, this coat, it was the coat that his mother made him when he was a young kid. This coat, it was the coat שהוא גדל איתו. The coat grew with him. And this coat, they buried him with the coat that his mother made him. ולעתיד לבוא, he's going to get up with that coat. So you're asking me, how did Shaul knew that Shazaya Shmuel? She tells him this information. Vehu alter me'il. And he was wearing a coat. Because he was wearing a coat, that was a sign that's Shmuel. And I want to pause. And I want to ask. His mother made him a coat. Wow. What's the big deal? Ma kara po? What's so special about the coat that his mother made him? What's so special? I want to take you far away to Sefer Melachim. In Sefer Melachim it says a story about the great Navi, Elisha. Elisha Navi, he would go to a city, it's called Shunem, a city in Eretz Israel. And in Shunem was a great lady. And she used to host Elisha. And she made him a very special, the way she treated him, a very special way. She built him a second floor in her house. Special second floor for the Navi in her house. She made him a bedroom. She put a bed. She put a menorah. She had everything. Just the day he's going to come to that city, he's going to come to her house. My friends, I want you guys please to listen to this story. It's an amazing story. Okay? The Navi says, every time he would pass by Shunem, he would go to this Isha, and in that place, in that house, she hosted him in the most respectful, outstanding for Elisha. Vayi Hayom. It was on Rosh Hashanah. And Elisha calls his Shamosh, his student Gehazi, please go call the lady, the woman. She came, she stood up by the door, and he asked her, and he tells her, today is Rosh Hashanah. Is there anything you want me to pray for you, you're going to get? And she says, no. Betoch ami anuchi yoshavet. I'm fine. So Gehazi turns to Elisha and tells him, Rabbi, she has no kids. She's barren. She has no kids. Amar la Elisha, within a year you're going to have a baby boy. At hoveket ben, you're going to hug a baby boy. And that's exactly what happened. She got a baby boy. You can imagine how happy she was. And Baruch Hashem, this kid grew when he was pretty young, 4, 5, 6. He went to the field with his father. His father was working outside in the field. So the kid went with his father to the field. And then, in the middle of the day, when the sun is out, he came to his father and tells him, Daddy, I have a headache. Daddy, I have a headache. Roshi, my head. So he sent one of the workers, please take him to his mother. Which he did. He came to his mother, but within an hour, the baby died. The baby died. The baby died. What do? She had such a emunat hachamim. She went to her husband and she tells him, bye, I'm going. Where are you going? I'm going to the Navi. Why? Vatomer shalom. She didn't answer. Her son is in the house, in his bed, covered. He's dead. He is dead. And she ran to the Navi. It says in the Navi, she came to Elisha and she told him, Elisha, you promised me a son. Al techazev b'shifhatecha. You promised me a son. How come he died? How come my son died? The Navi tells her, don't worry. He had a stick. Please, Rabbi Yisai, please listen to this. He had a stick. And he tells his student, his shamosh, Mr. Gehazi, I want you to take this stick, go to the kid, the dead body, and put the stick on him. V'yet hiyat hametim. He's going to get up. That's what I'm telling you to do. Haverim ekarim, my dear friends, it says in the Navi, Gehazi went. He took the stick. He came to this little baby, this little kid. He put the stick on the kid, and what happened? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. She went back to the Navi, she told him, Rabbi, the kid is still dead. Your stick doesn't work. And Gehazi tells the rabbi, it didn't work. And Elisha tells him, what do you think? I didn't see you, what you did in the middle of the way? You took the stick and you were making fun? Amata le'anashim. Guys, do you believe that this stick can do tcheta mitim? Ha? La'agta. Tzahakta. You made fun. You made fun. The other one also, please. Thank you. הוא לא האמין. He had no emunat hachamim. That if Elisha said that that stick is going to bring the kid alive, it's not going to happen. What happened? Elisha got up and he went and he came to this little kid. ואלישע התפלל והיה תחיית המתים. Who is this kid? This kid is one of the prophecies that we have a book in the Tanakh. There is a book in the Tanakh that it's written. Who is this? Habakkuk Hanavi. Habakkuk Hanavi is called Habakkuk because it's a shoresh of hibuk, of a hug. He got 2 hugs, one from his mother and one from Elisha. That's why his name is Habakkuk. Ukibel shne hibukim. Hachamim tell us, what does it mean that Elisha tells him, take the stick and put the stick on this dead body? A stick can do tchiyat hametim? No, a stick cannot do tchiyat hametim. But something else can cause the stick to do tchiyat hametim, and that's the lesson. The lesson is that that person, that people, with their avodat Hashem, and I'm talking about a real avodat Hashem, el mesirut nefesh, and kedusha, they can take domem, they can take a piece of stick and take that stick and give it hayut, koach lahayot oto. I don't want to go far, but we all have in our house and every door mezuzah. What is mezuzah? We all wear tefillin every day. Where does tefillin come from? From where? We have Sefer Torah. From where is the Sefer Torah? The parchment. It's the skin of a cow. Now let me ask yourself. Let me ask you. Would you go to a cow and kiss a cow? Never in your life. Some maybe yeah. People kiss dogs. Maybe yeah, I don't know. But you're not going to kiss a cow. Then how come we kiss Sefer Torah every time the Sefer Torah is out? How come we kiss our tefillin? How come we kiss our mezuzah? Why do we teach baby? When the mother picks up the baby, she takes him to the bedroom. What do? You kiss the mezuzah. Why? What is mezuzah? It's a skin of a dead animal. Ma pshat? Omer Rambam in Moreh Nevuchim. A cow is a behemah, you're right. A skin of a dead animal is dead, it's nothing. But you can take the skin, and the sofer, before he writes, he goes to the mikveh. And then he comes, he takes the feather, he takes the pen, a special pen, and he says, Leshem kedushat mitzvah sefer Torah. And he starts to write every single word, every single letter. Bereshit bara Elokim. And after a year, 2 years, 3 years, You have a Sefer Torah ready. It took him a year, 2-3 years to finish. Do you know what happened every time he wrote? He gave something from his neshama into the Sefer Torah. That Sefer Torah no longer. It's not a skin anymore. It became kadosh. Jews died al kiddush Hashem, not to step on Sefer Torah. Jews died besrefa, they burned them alive. We're not going to touch Sefer Torah. Why? The Sefer Torah became kadosh. How? By a great tzaddik sofer, who he wrote the otiyot that was given to Am Yisrael from Har Sinai, from HaKadosh Baruch Hu down the generation. We received Torah from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the same Torah, nothing changed. From Har Sinai till today, more than 3,000 years. That Kedusha that we can bring into something, she's a domem, a piece of skin. You can turn to Sefer Torah. You can turn your home, lebayit kadosh, and get a protection with mezuzah. What is mezuzah? אתה כותב שמע ישראל Hashem Elokeinu Hashem Echad. What is tefillin? It's a way that we can connect ourselves every morning. When you put tefillin shel yad across your heart and tefillin shel rosh across your brain, your neshama, boom, you get connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And now kedusha v'ashchina v'asara Yehudim v'tfilah v'sefer Torah v'kadish. Well, we're lucky. זה הכוח של our actions. חברים יקרים, I want to share a special piece, a very special piece. The Torah tells us, if you have, it's worth it. I want to go a minute to Parashat Toledot. Jack, Parashat Toledot. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו. Listen to this one. That's an amazing. This Hidush, it's brought down from the Hatam Sofer in Parashat Toledot. The Hatam Sofer brings in Parashat Toledot the following. If you have a Chumash, Perek Chav Zayin, in Perek Chav Zayin, it's the chapter where Yitzhak Avinu tells his son Esav, can you please go hunt and bring me? I want to meet, so I can give you beracha, so I can give you a blessing for you, for your generations forever. And we know the story. Esav went to the field, but mother Rivka, she called her son Yaakov, come. And she tells him, Yaakov, I want you to go outside to the field and bring me 2 goats. You slaughter them and I will make something special to your father because I want you to get the berachot. It says in the pasuk, Yaakov in pasuk Yud Aleph, Perek Chav Zayin, pasuk Yud Aleph. Vayomer Yaakov el Rivka imo, הן עשיו אחי איש שעיר ואנוכי איש חלק. אולי ימושני אבי, והייתי בעיניו כמתעתע, והבאתי עליי קללה ולא ברכה. Yaakov tells his mom, how can I go in? If daddy is going to catch me, he's going to see that I'm Yaakov and not Esav, I'm going to get cursed forever. I don't want to go there. ותאמר לו אמו עלי קללתך בני. Don't worry. If anything happens, it's on me. אך שמע בקולי ולך כחלי. Please go. Here comes פסוק י"ד. וילך ויקח ויבא לי אמו. אומר המדרש רבה, what does it mean? וילך ויקח Vayaveh. Why it says this language of Vayelech, Vayikach, Vayaveh? It's a language of Vay. Yaakov Avinu, he was crying. How could I go and fool my father? I never lied. Yaakov Avinu, his signature that Hashem gave him, Titen Emet li Yaakov. Yaakov ish Emet. Yaakov Avinu never lied. His father-in-law, Lavan, he fooled him. He misled him. Shiker oto, rima oto 100 times. And Yaakov never ever came and took up one penny out of his house. Never. And here he's telling his mom, how in the world can I go in and lie to my father? But she tells him, you go. Anything happens, I lied. Don't worry, just go. Yaakov Avinu was dragging his feet. והיה בוכה. איך אני יכול לעשות? לא שיקרתי. I never lied. And what happens? He comes back. He gives his mom the meat. She goes ahead and she cooks and she makes everything great. He's ready to go in. She gives him the platter with the food. And here comes the pasuk. Yaakov Avinu goes, he gets in to his father's room. In pasuk Yud-Het, ויבוא אל אבי ויאמר אבי, ויאמר הנני, מי אתה בני? יצחק אבינו is asking Yaakov, מי אתה בני? מי אתה? Who are you? ויאמר יעקב אל אביו, אנוכי עשיו בכורך. I'm not going to go into the whole details over here. But it says he told him, I am your son Esav, Bechol. עשיתי כאשר דיברת עליי. I did whatever you asked me to do. My friends, I'm not going to go to all the מפרשים. They all explain, הכל היה בסדר, אין לי בעיה, I'm not going to go into it. But one simple question I do have. How in the world Yaakov Avinu, he cried. And Rivka knew her son. And by the way, at that time Yaakov was 63 years old. He was not a little kid. He was 63 years old when he came to his father. And Yaakov Avinu is telling him, how in the world our father Yaakov, how did he lie? Yes, the Mefarshim explains, Anochi, pause, Esav bechorecha. The whole perushim that you're going to give me, at the end of the day, it's not kosher. At the end of the day, we try to kosher it. But be'emet, hu shikar. He misled his father. He did. We're going to give many explanations and everything will be shamayim. It's beautiful. But at the end of the day, he lied. The question is, how Yaakov Avinu, that 63 years he never lied. Tell a person that 63 years he never missed minyan in the nets. Never in his life. Tell him now at this age, you know what? Sleep another 2 hours. You can break the window. It's not going to happen. He's going to get up and he's going to go to pray in the nets. Tell a guy that has a factory and he never missed a check on time to his workers. Never. For 40 years. Tell him once. Just be only one day. You're never going to make it. Because the guy, he's on time. Hu amiti. Omer hatam sofer. How in the world Yaakov Avinu lied? And do you know what's the answer? Please, Rabbi Isai, I beg you, listen to this pasuk. If you have Chumash, you're lucky. The answer is in pasuk tetvav. In pasuk tetvav. Perek Chavzayin pasuk tetvav. It says over there a powerful pasuk. ותיקח רבקה את בגדי עשיו בנה הגדול, ותלבש את יעקב בנה הקטן, בנה הקטון. It says in the pasuk, his mother Rivka Imenu, she took the jacket of her son Esav, vehi hilbisha et Yaakov. A mother has to dress her son when he's 63 years old. Yes. What happened? Omer Hatam Sofer. איזה דבר מדהים. עשיו הרשע היה שקרן. Esav was a lawyer. Esav was a thief. Esav was a murderer, a רוצח. The minute Esav's clothes went on Yaakov, the influence that beged made on impression on Yaakov, he was able to lie like his brother. You hear this? Huh? You hear this? Lo normali. Omer Hatam Sofer. Do you know how Yaakov Avinu was able to lie? ולבש בגד של עשיו הרשע. בגד. יכול להשפיע. בגד. A clothes of Rasha can change Yaakov Avinu to lie. Can change Yaakov Avinu to lie. And that's why he explains when Esav came to his father and he found out that Yaakov took the beracha away in the same Perek, in Pasuk Lamed Hey. Let's look inside Pasuk Lamed Hey. It's worth it. It's worth it. Every word is kadosh over here. In Pasuk Lamed Hey it says Vayomer. I'm sorry. In Pasuk Lamed Dalet it says Kishmoa Esav et Divrei Aviv. When Esav heard that his brother took away, Vayitzak Tzeaka Gedola Umara Ad Meod. He screamed such a big scream, bitter, Hazak Meod, Vayomer Aviv. And he told his father, Baracheni Gam Ani Avi, please daddy, give me beracha. And Yitzhak Avinu responds back to Esav and he tells him, Ba Achicha Bemirma Vaikach Birchatecha. What does it mean that your brother came Bemirma? Mirma means lie. But the way the Hatam Sofer explains, he told him, Achicha ba bemirma ulavash et beged haramaut shelcha. He wore your jacket, she'ito tam shaker, and that's how he got the berachot. An amazing pshat. And I want to take this to us. Just think about it. Just think about it. What our actions can do. What our actions can do. There is a story about one of the great rabbis, Rabbeinu David, Ba'al Turei Zahav, Hataz. If you open Shulchan Aruch, you see the Taz, Shach, Siftei Kohen, and Taz. Taz, Rashi Tevot, Turei Zahav. Rabbeinu David Segal, Gaon Olam. If you open Shulchan Aruch, you see his Perush on Shulchan Aruch. He was Gaon Olam. And he was a rabbi in a city, it's called Lviv, in Europe. And he had a very old talit. Old, very old, yellow already. The ladies in the shul, they came to the shul and they saw the rabbi. I mean, everybody has the beautiful talit, everything is nice. But the rabbi's talit, it's so old. It's not nice. So they offered, the ladies in the shul, they offered, you know what? we're going to buy a new talit for the rabbi. So, the offer came up to the rabbi, and he heard that the ladies want to buy him a new talit. And he said, thank you for your donation, and thank you for your good heart, but I don't want to take any new talit. So they asked, Rabbi, can we know why? It's not nice. It's old. It's here already. And he responded to them, this talit is going to witness up there in Bedin Shelemala that I never spoke during the tefillah ever. But talit hazoti, I never spoke. Siha betela in Bet HaKnesset. Forget about not talking during the tefillah. I never spoke anything that has nothing to do with Kodesh in the shul. This talit is going to witness. I'm not changing this talit. How many? 50 years? I'm not going to change it. 50 years I'm wearing this talit. I never spoke in tefillah. I never spoke siha betela in shul. I'm not changing this talit. My friends, allow me to share a piece that I was fortunate to be next to the great Rabbi Alav Shalom. My Rabbi Alav Shalom, the chief rabbi of Bnei Brak. I had a bedroom in his house that always when I would come to Eretz Israel, I stayed there. In the closet in that room, I saw once talit. A thick talit made from a very thick wool. Big and thick. I once asked the Rabbi, can I know what is this talit? I mean, I never saw you with this talit. He said to me, this talit, my mother did it for me when I was in Yemen. And this talit, I'm using this talit only when I'm sandak. He had it in Yemen, but later on, he kept that talit. He never put it in Genizah. The talit that his mother made him, he kept it till the day he died. Till today they have it in his house. By his wife, Shetiyeh Bria. I was lucky to carry that talit with him to Britot. Talit, he wore this talit only later on in his life, when he was a sandak. Brit Milah, Zaya talit that he had. And he said, and he writes it in his books, כמספר התפירות, כך מספר התפילות. How many times his mother prayed for him? He said every stitch of the talit, that's how many prayers she prayed for him. Do you know what is a mother? She left him a talit that her tears were soaked in it. That's how you become great. And I want to go back a minute to Hannah, האימא של שמואל. אם כתוב ומעיל קטן תעשה לו עמו, his mother made him a coat. What does it mean his mother made him a coat? You can imagine a mother at the age of 130 years, she gives birth to a little boy. You can imagine the tears and the tefillot that she put in that coat. That coat has the tefillot, the tears. And with this coat he grew. And with this coat he was buried. And with this coat הוא יעמוד לתחיית המתים לעתיד לבוא. מאיפה? כוח של אימא. I would say, when a grandmother does something, you make a blanket to your grandson. That's beautiful. You can imagine what a coat of a grandmother could do. You can imagine what a pillow or a socks or slippers that they make to their grandchildren. And in our community, the custom is they make a kuracha. by the bar mitzvah or for their son-in-law. You can imagine what are you putting there. You're not sewing a pillow. You're not sewing a slippers. You're not sewing a kuracha, a talit cover. No, you're putting your neshama into it. You can imagine what can you do to this person, to this kid. It's a legacy. That's Hana. U'me'il katon ta'aseh lo imo, ima shelo aseh lo me'il. It wasn't a regular coat. Zaya hadam, her blood, her soul. Aya betoch ha'me'il hazeh. And that's what made that coat special. And that's what made that coat protect him. You know why? It's amazing. If you look in the Navi, I want to go back a minute to the Navi. Please, guys, let's go a minute to the Navi. A minute, just, we'll see the connection. You'll see the connection. I want to go back to Shmuel Bet, Shmuel Aleph, Perek Bet, Pasuk Yudzayin and Pasuk Yutet. Before it mentions that he had a coat, it says the whole Perek before that he grew up among Eli's children. Eli's children, they were, I'm sorry to say, Ayu Rashaim, Asu Hilul Hashem. And among those two kids, Shmuel and Navi is there next to them. He should get influence. He should be a bad kid. How come he ended up being such a great boy? How come he ended up being such a tzaddik? He should get influence. His mother left him in the Mishkan for one reason. So he should learn from Eli and his children. And now, what happened? Do you know what kept him away from getting any influence from bad friends? The coat that his mother made him. Abotai, there is so much what to say. We should talk another 3 hours about this. But we don't have time. I want to share a piece or two. And with this, I'm going to end for tonight. They asked a rabbi who came from a very simple parents. Simple parents. They asked him, how in the world you end up becoming such a great rabbi? Such a big leader. I mean, your father was a simple person. He says, when I had to learn Gemara the first time, my parents had no money. But my father said, I'll do anything for my son. He had a very special pair of tefillin. That he sold his special pair of tefillin from generation that he had to buy his son Gemara. He didn't tell his wife. And the mother, she had no money also, but she had a jewelry from her grandmother. It was a legacy. We know how much it means to us. She took it and she sold it. And she went to the bookstore to buy the Gemara, the first book, to her son. And the father also went to the bookstore to buy Gemara for his son. And guess what happened? They both bumped into each other in the bookstore. What happened now? He tells her, hon, what are you doing here? And she tells him, what are you doing here? So he tells her, what do you mean I came to buy Gemara? She said, beautiful, I came to buy Gemara for my son. So he tells her, hon, it's my obligation. I'm the father. She tells him, well, this is the only mitzvah that I have is to give some Torah to my son. I'm not giving up. A whole fight in the bookstore. Who's going to pay for the Gemara? The father said, I'm buying. I saw my tefillin. I'm not going to give up. I want the Gemara, the zechot of the Gemara. And the mother is there saying, no way. This is the only thing that I have is to buy Gemara for my son. It's my dream. I'm not letting you. No, you buy something else. I'm buying Gemara. The father and the mother, the couple are fighting in the bookstore. The guy over there, the Baal Abayit, this never happened. I wish I get this guy every day. I wish I get people that are fighting to pay me. I have to chase after people to pay me. No one pays. And here, I see a couple is fighting. A whole big fight. Manasot. So they ask the seller, so what do you think, Manasot? You know what? You're both right. You should both chip in 50-50. You give a half and he gives a half. Amu, you know what? Yalla, Otzar shalom b'meumav u'ya'aseh shalom aleinu. They both bought a Gemara. Now who's going to go home? She wants the Gemara. So no, I want the Gemara. Rabbi, what should we do? You know what? You both hold the Gemara, go home both together. Rabbi said, the parents were crying. And the tears went to the Gemara. The kid came home and he sees the Gemara which is wet. You know when a book is wet, what happens? Huh? You know what happens? It blows, right? Right? They asked the kid, how in the world, how did he become such a big rabbi? He said, when I was in school, in 6th grade, 7th grade, later on, the Gemara that I saw, the tears of my both parents on the Gemara, it didn't allow me to do anything better in class ever. It was a signal to me to wake up, don't do anything wrong. Be careful. Omar, that Gemara turned me to become one of the greatest rabbis. This, I don't want to go far, but I want to share a story that happened to me in this house. I'm not going to mention names. Somebody came to me. I want you guys to know this. Somebody came to me. They don't have money. They don't have money. One of the couple lost her job. And the husband, he just quit his job to open a new job for himself, And they have a question. What's the question? Now, since school is on Zoom, so schools, they know that you cannot charge a full tuition. Many parents, they don't work. How can you charge full tuition? Especially it's on the Zoom. It's not that you have a staff working for you. So the schools, send a letter or send out the text. Whatever you could give, b'simcha rabbah, it should go to our teachers, our rabbis. Okay. So most cases you get, people try to get out, not to pay. This is the case I heard. I never got this case before. The couple are asking, since, let's say, tuition every month, hey, let's throw a number, let's say it's $1,000 a month. So now they said, whatever you could do, give $300, $400. They came to me with a question. What's the question? Rabbi, we know that halakha-wise, we don't have to give the money. We know that. But I'm not asking halakha. I am not asking halakha, Rabbi. I'm asking, and this came from the mother. This question came from the mother. She's not asking halakha. I'm not asking halakha, but I'm asking hanhaga. What's the right thing to do, Rabbi? Should I squeeze myself and give a full tuition even though I don't have to? I ask, why do you want to give full tuition if they don't give you full service? So the answer they tell me is, if I want to have a great kids, if I'll give full tuition at this time, I want to have a great kids, Rabbi. Is that the right thing to do now? This is the type of questions that I got last week. I just want to say, whatever I told them. But I don't have doubt that this couple, they're going to have great children. I have no doubt. Because they're not trying to cut corners. They're not trying to find a way not to pay. They don't have the money to pay. But she wants to know, she lost her job. but she's going to squeeze somehow to pay full tuition, even though the school are not asking for full tuition. You know why? Because one reason, I want a great children. This mother is like Hannah. Those mothers, those fathers, those parents who understand the meaning, what is to give when people don't have, but I will squeeze myself to give. Ani en li safek, she's going to have banim talmidei hachamim tzadikim. You know why? Because they have a mission in their life. I want children for a reason. For one, to bring kids up, b'derech Hatorah kedusha. My message to you guys, my friends, I know it's late. My message is, remember Hannah. Remember the coat. Remember the talit that the rabbi had. Remember every stitch that he did, that she did for him. That's what made him the big rabbi. It's upon us to understand the meaning of our actions. We are now at home, sitting. We can change our homes by praying every day, by being an example to our children. When you learn, no cell phones. When you pray, no cell phones. When time to pray, I am praying. Be an example to yourself first, to your children, to your wife, mothers. When you make beracha and your kid hears the beracha, it has influence on him. Make the beracha loud. Make the beracha on netilat yadayim loud. Let them say amen. Make beracha bikat hamazon loud. Because that's what you're going to leave over to your children. And whatever you're going to do, they're going to copy you. If you have doubt, the best example, if you have a little son, if a little son takes a blanket or a towel and he puts on him and he starts to pray, that's a sign that that's what he sees now. You're praying. If a little daughter sees her mother doing it like Kat Nirot and she's crying and she's praying there, that's what she's going to do with her doll. She's going to pick the doll and she's going to pretend she's doing it like Kat Nirot Shabbat and she's going to shake. Why? That's what she sees. Our message tonight is, remember Ima Hannah, and look what she earned, a son, Shmuel Hanavi. I wish you all, Be'ezrat Hashem, to have nachat from your children. Be'ezrat Hashem, do mesirut nefesh. Do mesirut nefesh. Mesirut nefesh, you're going to see so much nachat. הזורעים בדמעה, ברינה יקצורו.